Okay, so here we have to rationalize the denominator of this fraction. 3 times root 11 plus root 3 divided by root 11 minus root 3. And first off, rationalize the denominator means we're trying to make the denominator rational. In other words, to get rid of all the square roots. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to multiply the denominator by what's called the conjugate, which is just a fancy term for the same thing, but flip the sign in the middle, or the sign of the second term, right? Because the second term is negative root 3 here. Now we multiply by positive root 3. And of course, when we do that, we have to multiply both numerator and denominator by the same thing, because then we're multiplying by 1, right? This simplifies to 1. And so then when we multiply any number by 1, we're not actually changing the original number. And so let's simplify this. In the numerator, we have some FOILing. And so here we just multiply. So 3 times root 11 times root 11, that's the first, right, in FOIL. Root 11 times root 11, that just becomes 11. And so we have 11 times 3, or 33. Then the outsides gives us 3 times root 11 times root 3. When we multiply roots, we multiply their insides. So that gives us root 33, and the 3 comes along for the ride. We multiply our insides, right, the I in FOIL. Multiply root 3 times root 11. Again, multiply their insides, gives us root 33. And finally, last, we multiply root 3 times root 3, which is 3. As for the denominator, it's actually a little bit simpler, right? As I said, we multiply it by the conjugate for a specific reason, because it helps us get rid of the square roots. Because if we remember the difference of squares, right, a minus b times a plus b, that's the form we have here, right, where a is root 11 and b is root 3. When we multiply those together, if you can do the FOILing to check, all that comes out is a squared minus b squared. And you can see here when we do this, a is root 11, so it's root 11 squared, or just 11, minus b, which is root 3 squared, which is just 3. And so you can see now if we simplify the denominator, all it comes out to 8. That's rational, and that's what we wanted. In the numerator, we can also simplify a bit, combine like terms. 33 plus 3 is 36, and 3 root 3 plus like 1, quote unquote, root 3, right? 3 plus 1, that's 4 root 33. And finally, you can see all three of these terms have a common factor of 4, which we can cancel out. And so divide all three of these numbers, or these coefficients and constants, by 4, and we get 9 plus root 33 over 2, which you can see is actually, if you work this out in your calculator, is actually equivalent to the original expression, but now the denominator is rational, it's 2.